All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for State of the Atmosphere. I missed you. Did you guys miss me? We got a lot to go over with tonight. I wasn't here for the rundown of the May movies this week, so we got to get into that. We got to run down the rest of the May movies besides Thunderbolts that's coming out this month. Plus, I want to catch up on some of the streaming shows that have been going on. We're not going to do any spoilers or anything. We're just going to give our thoughts about what we're seeing on them, that kind of thing. And of course, we got the Sweeney spot later on, boys and girls. All that and more tonight on State of the Atmosphere.
Yeah, there you go. Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. It's time for State of the Atmosphere. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere, and I'm joined by the newlywed John. How are you doing this evening, man? And he's muted. That means he's busy with family stuff.
He's busy with
by the way,
stuff.
had a ball at his wedding. It was great to meet him, and I got to meet Keith from Pop Culture Minefield. And there he is.
Yeah, there
He's the newlywed. What's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. I had to go keep an eye on the grandkid for a minute.
Of course. And they are cute as hell, by the way, in real life. They really are. But I was just telling him I had a ball meeting you up there in central Missouri. That's actually western Missouri, really.
Yeah.
Where it's at. It's closer to Kansas City. But anyway, it's good to have you. And Jed got up in time for the show today. I'm glad to see that.
I had an alarm, and then Kay called me too. So
I see. All right. She made sure you were ready to go, huh?
Yeah, she was. That's what she's supposed to do.
There
And
you
John, I
go.
wish I could have been there for the wedding, man. The pictures look so good and stuff.
Yeah,
man.
we had a good time.
Yeah.
I'm going to show some of them here in a minute, just to fill people in on what I've been doing and why I've been gone. Guys, I used up every bit of my vacation for the entire year in the month of April. So it's good to see everybody. Let's check in with the chat real quick and see who's here. Of course, the hardest working mod in the business, Vince, is here. Good to see you, man. He says, let's freaking go. And of course, your beloved young lady is here as well. They all are. I guess, if everybody's going to say it, I guess I got to do it again, don't I? I just got to do it.
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
One of these days I'm going to get hit for that because they're going to say it so much in the chat. That's all the show's going to be is that
actually
over and over again.
And since me and you started doing that, they haven't hit me and they haven't hit you. So
no, that's hey,
I'm sorry.
For me.
I'm such a geek. I see LFG. I'm thinking looking for group.
Yes,
group. That's me too, though. That's
We
have a chat called that on DCUO, and that you type in. Like, for instance, if every one of these DLCs it's an open world area, but it's just like Gotham or Metropolis redone for just that DLC, right? It's not really the open world where everybody can come in. It's only people that are able to go in there. But whenever you need help with a bounty or something, you automatically go to LFG and go, so-and-so is up. and people will come from all over the place, just phase in and help you wipe them out. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah.
we even have that on the because I'm in part of the No Man's Sky. They even have a part of that in No Man's Sky Discord.
Do they? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
Well,
just
any of these MMOs, massive multiplayer online games, they're going to have something like that, so you can communicate to everybody.
Yeah.
Christian Lorne, big fan of the show, is here. How you doing, man?
Hey,
Good to-
Christian.
Hey, Christian, what's up, dude?
Yeah, he's one of the first YouTubers I met in real life. We went down to New Orleans and met.
Yeah.
Shoot, it was a little more than a year ago. Let's see. Christian also says, "Is it just me? But it's really weird to see skinny Das Wolfen." Good on you, my friend. Yeah, dude. I've shown him pictures from when I first started streaming 3 years ago. Not the same guy anymore.
Dude, I'm so proud of you, John, that you lost all the weight, dude. I'm glad to see that.
But he also had to say this. He said, "Hey Joe, you like skinny chicks, which I do. My weakness is petite brunettes. AJ Lee, that's my prototypical chick. But let's see, what's the deal with Sweeney's Double D's? Well, I represent the entire panel, and the Sydney Sweeney thing was really started by. It's one of the few things that Jed and Knock get together on.
Yeah,
they are both in love with that chick. So,
yeah.
I made it part of the show. We started doing palette.
Yeah, me and Knock talked about it so much. Joe was like, "Oh, let's just make it part of the show."
She's now the girlfriend of the show.
Yeah.
That's just all there is to it. So that's what's up with that, Christian. That's the lore behind it.
Yeah, channel lore right there. So.
Anyway, okay, we're gonna start like we usually do with the pop culture update, boys.
I just wanted to
actually, before we start the pop culture update, let's do this. Let's go ahead and go over the wedding pictures real fast.
Yeah,
because I'm sure there's people that haven't seen them yet. I took these up there, and by the way, John, if you want them, I think you can get them off Facebook. We're friends on Facebook. I put them all up there. So
you put them on your Joe's Atmosfere fan page. So
yeah, exactly. That's where I put them. But anyway, guys, let me go ahead and get this up where you guys can see it. I got to stop.
And I just want to say, Joe, I am so glad the show is back.
Yeah. He and I talked earlier this week on the video game show. He was like, "Man, I did not understand how much I enjoyed doing that show."
I missed it.
So I understand. I missed doing it. It's good to unplug every once in a while, though. I had a ball up there at John's wedding. I had a great time, man. I really did. The only thing I could say, the only thing I could say was bad about it is your town needs to talk to their city council about what the hell they're doing with the money on, what is it, McGuire Street? Is that the one that's torn to shreds and got metal plates every friggin' eighth of a mile? I mean,
they had just got done redoing the sewers.
Oh, okay. They do that.
They've actually started. They've started
resurfacing
drag
in the town, and it is torn to shit. It is ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Joe told me about it because I didn't know what was going on. I was like, "Wait, they do that out here when they're messing with the sewers and everything."
Yeah,
and I was like, "Yeah."
Oh man, it was bad.
Yeah, that's worse than country roads around here.
Yeah, you almost need a 4-wheel drive vehicle to drive that street. It's ridiculous. Rhonda was really worried about her car going through there. But anyway, let's get to it, man. This was now. Correct me if I'm wrong, John. This was at the Alumni Chapel on the university, the campus of University of Central Michigan, which is where he
Missouri.
Oh, Missouri. Did I say Michigan? Sorry, Missouri, which is where he actually works for one of the colleges as an IT guy, right? Isn't that where it was? Alumni Chapel. I had to take that one when I saw him in the doorway. This is before the ceremony even started. Keith was hanging out over there. And it was great to meet him. He was a lot bigger than I thought he would be in person. My gosh, that guy could have played basketball when he was a kid. But I'm gonna click through these pretty fast here. This was the procession, the guys coming in. Keith was in the wedding party. I think your best man was your nephew, right?
Yep.
And then John was here. You looked great, man. And now tell me who these people are.
The young lady with the multicolored hair is my new daughter. That's Erin.
Okay.
It's Allie's daughter. And then that's one of Allie's best friends, Arizona. beside her.
Okay, gotcha,
Okay.
gotcha. And then one of the grandkids was the flower
Yep,
girl.
that's Autumn. She
Yep.
was a flower girl.
She did a great job. She didn't get distracted like a lot of them do. She did a good job. But then we had what I thought was funny. Now, is she a preacher? The girl that did the ceremony
Yeah.
for you?
Yeah.
Okay. And does she work at the college? Or-
No, she's
Well, as you guys can see, she was a photographer too. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
she was taking all kinds of pictures. Her and the other photographer were taking tons of pictures. Now, this is your sister Melissa, is that right?
Yep.
Melissa. Was she putting on a
Boutonniere.
flower on you?
Yeah, the boutonniere.
Boutonniere? Okay. I was wondering, man. I was like, I know she's doing something up there. But anyway, it was a lot of fun. And then Allie came out and she looked like $1,000,000.
Oh, she looks
really
beautiful,
did.
John.
Yeah, she looked
That's
great.
awesome.
She really did. And I'm not going to show all of these because I was clicking like crazy. So if John wanted to get a certain angle
the
and
thing
stuff,
I said to Joe, I said if I would have been there with you, John, you would have had like double the amount of pictures from me and Joe.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a ton.
Yeah, he's got a ton because he's got all of these pictures. I saw some of them on Facebook.
Yeah.
And but anyway, as you can see, the girl doing the preaching was actually a photographer during the thing. And then they, I believe, let me skip forward here. Yeah, they did their own vows. So both of them had them written down and they recited them to each other. First John, and then Allie did hers, and then they had the placing of the rings.
Mhm.
They had that, and I got some. I don't know. Was I the only one that zoomed in on that stuff? Because I didn't see any of the pictures like this.
Yeah, I think the photographer's got some too.
Did
We
you
haven't
get some
got
too?
all of them.
Okay.
We haven't got all of them. We've only got some of them. So
Oh, I see. Okay. Is it one of those deals where you have to pay him completely to get them?
we've already paid for it. Yeah,
All
it's
right.
just they're
Okay.
processing them right now.
Okay, I got you. But anyway, and then Allie put his on, and they went through the whole thing, and then the kiss, of course. That everything was great. It went really good, and then let me see. Let me drop back out of this and get because I did want to show the let me see. Yeah, okay. The reception stuff. This is them walking in at the reception. There's not going to be any sound, but it's just them walking in, and the toast that his nephew gave was very, very cool. That he, it's funny. I think it's neat that you and your nephew got nerd stuff. Together because he mentioned that he was like he's the guy that introduced me to Star Wars and all that shit.
That's awesome, John.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was
That's
very
cool.
cool.
That's very
And
cool.
so we all raised a glass to him and everything. And what was funny to me was when I finally got to go talk to John, it was like talking to the Godfather, man. He was just sitting over there and everybody was, you had to wait to talk to the Godfather. You had to wait to talk to him. But anyway,
Was Gary there?
We finally got no, Gary didn't make it to it. It's a shame. He was busy, but we finally got the YouTubers together for a picture. I love this picture. And what's funny is I was talking to Martin before the video game show the other night, and I was telling him how big Keith was, and he goes, "Man, I saw the pictures, and you're a big guy too." I was like, "I'm not that big, man. Trust me, John's bigger than he looks."
Dude,
okay.
If I would have been
talking
there,
about height wise, I'm like 5'11", right, John? I'm like a foot shy of 6 feet, and Keith is just a large human being. That's just all there is to it. He is a big dude. But anyway, we had a ball, and we took this picture with all our friends. Allie was busy, or she would have been in the picture. But that's Keith and John and me and Foxy and a few others, and yeah, we had a good time at that event.
If I would have been there, I would have been because I'm like 5'6".
So tell us about Memphis, man. Tell us about that, dude.
Well, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I sent you a few pictures.
Yeah, where did
Twitter.
you send me those?
Twitter.
I want to show those.
Not Twitter, X.
You sent them to me on X? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I will pull them up real fast.
But we left the next morning and drove down there.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, John.
Yeah, my turn signal went out.
Oh, it did?
Yeah. So we stopped in Walmart. I bought a bulb. I I couldn't get it out, so I drove around back and had the have the guys at Walmart put it in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in the dock and bay that was brown behind Walmart. Okay.
Yeah. Apparently they messed up the whole light, and I lost the whole light. So I had one. I was short one light for the whole trip.
Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But when we got back, I went, took it to my mechanic, and they fixed it up and got it all back working. So
Yeah, that's good. I was like, oh, I hope you didn't get a ticket on your wedding.
Oh
day.
no. I had the bulbs in my car
Uh-huh.
so if they would have pulled me over for it, I said, look, I got bulbs.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
the headlight just
I
went
didn't
out
want
too.
you.
So
Take it easy on me now.
Oh, did you see what Rhonda said?
No, what did she say?
Oh,
Just
buy
just
some
buy some blinker fluid. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My
Hey,
wife,
Rhonda.
my wife coming in hot. Love it. Also, Low Spec is here. Good to see you, Penguin Master.
Hey, Low Spec. What's up, brother?
Vince says, "What entered the Star Wars? You didn't serve blue milk? Oh my God, no. I'm sure he showed him the good stuff.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But anyway, the pictures that he sent me, guys, fixing to pull them up here. I got to.
We stayed at a place called the Who Hotel.
The Who Hotel.
HU.
Yeah.
It used to be the Madison. They got bought and rebranded.
Is this where the bedroom picture's from? Is that right?
Which bedroom picture?
No, that's probably the Airbnb you were trying to send me to.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. But anyway, you stayed where now? Tell me that again.
It's called the Who Hotel.
Okay.
It's just a few blocks from Beale Street. So,
Okay.
but we went to the Rock and Soul Museum, and we went to the Memphis Music Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Which is what those pictures are from.
Yep.
Those are all rock and soul.
Nice.
Rock and Soul Museum.
That's Lucille.
Called. Not the Rock and Roll Museum. It's Memphis. It's the Rock and Soul Museum. Yeah. Whose guitars are these? Do you know?
Well, the one on top's BB King's. That's Lucille.
Really? Cool.
Yep. One of several Lucille's he's had over the years.
Mm-hmm.
They all have the name on the head. They
Yeah.
all say Lucille on them.
Mm-hmm.
There's also another one at the Memphis Music Hall of Fame too. So
I don't know how to scroll on these. I don't know if you can. Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah,
Wow.
these are, as you leave, there was a bunch of guitar picks that have been autographed.
Oh, I see Jack's on there too.
These are people that had visited.
Anna and Nancy Wilson from Heart.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dude.
You just don't know how in love I am with those chicks. You guys know I'm a dirty old man. I love Heart, dude.
Dude.
Oof. I was
back in
it.
it.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Back in
Go
the day,
ahead. You're about to say the same thing. Go.
Yeah, dude. I've been to like 2 of their concerts. They were awesome.
Oh my God. I never got to see them live, but I was in love with Ann Wilson, the guitar player. I was in love with her.
Yeah.
Nancy, she could belt out a tune, but God.
And here's the thing, Joe. The background, the instrument screwed up, and then she went acoustic at one of the concerts I went to. That's
cool.
And
they could do it either way. Yeah, they could.
You know how some people have they went acoustic, and I was like, wow.
Well, I mean, by the way, Kay says you sound stuffy, John. Allergies?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, look, those two right there, man.
Yeah.
A lot of the bands from a lot of people forget they started in the 70s, man.
Yeah.
That probably their hardest rockin' tune, Barracuda, was made in the 70s.
Yeah.
But they like other bands. I always talk about them and Starship in the same vein, because they started as a certain type of band and then they evolved as they went along to something a little bit more commercial, but it still had the basis of what they started with, you know?
Well, they were in at the beginning of the MTV revolution.
Yes,
so
they were.
Big time with that.
Big time.
And
Let's see who else we got here. Yeah, BB King. Yeah, he's one of the greats, man. Absolutely. Very cool.
I met him when I was a little kid.
And his band signed underneath.
That's awesome.
Joe Cocker? Wow. Did he play an instrument? I mean, I always remember him as a singer. Did he play?
Yeah, no, he was. This is just people that have visited.
Oh, okay. I got
musicians that have visited. So
I got you. Okay. All right. And then we got Meatloaf. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know this about the man. He was from Texas. I did not know that. And wow, we lost him too soon. No doubt.
Dude,
One of the greatest voices ever. His pairing with a songwriter that I love, Jim Steinman. What a lot of people don't know, if you follow that kind of music, it's very thematic, very cinematic. Really, it tells stories and stuff like that. But Jim Steinman made records on his own before he even met Meatloaf, and a lot of the stuff that was on his early albums is what Meatloaf played later on. And like Rock and Roll Dreams, that song right there, it's one of my favorite songs in the entire world. I heard it by Jim Steinman first, but Meatloaf just put it on a different level when he sang it. That I love Meatloaf. Very cool. That is really cool. I'm glad you guys had a good time doing that, man.
Fucking fans, dude.
What is it? What's he saying? Meatloaf is my safe word. I would do anything for love. I won't do that.
That's awesome. That was cool.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I do have 2 pictures I want to share from the wedding.
Sure.
Oh,
sure.
That'd be awesome to see.
Go for it.
And
That's up to you, man.
Okay.
I'm going to stop sharing so I can switch over to the other side here. All right, here we go.
Yeah, that's just after the toast.
Yeah, that's an awesome picture. Oh, they
That's
took some
awesome.
of them in black and white? Wow. That's
Well,
cool.
they made them black and white, but yeah.
Right. But that's
John,
that's a really cool effect, man.
that one should go up. Like, are you gonna put a bunch of these up in your guys' house?
I can show you the one we're going to put up.
That one's awesome. I like it.
This is my current. That's
Aw.
my current,
Yeah.
I
Very
love that
cool.
one.
Yeah, I've seen that one. Yep. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Did she like the portrait I did for you guys?
Oh, yeah. We're already figured out where we're going to put it.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll show that to you guys here in a minute. I think I have a picture of it on
And
here.
he did an really awesome job at it. So
But which
I
one
love
you
some
said
of the
you're gonna
black
put
and
in?
white ones there.
There it is. This one right here.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Got
awesome.
grandkids in it, man. That's kick ass, man. That is kick ass. I like that one. No doubt.
Yeah, but the young man that I'm holding is our ring security.
Yes.
He had a box. He was supposed to wear sunglasses. We just wouldn't do it. But he kept the rings in a case that said ring security on it. And he would
cool
not
is
let go of
that?
that case the whole night.
Wow.
And
What a
then
deal.
the young man that Allie's holding is Arlo, the youngest.
Is that the one we see on stream sometimes?
Yeah, that's the baby
Okay.
that you'll see on stream.
Yeah.
You've seen them all on stream.
Oh yeah, I recognized all of them
Yeah,
right
we've
away.
seen them all,
Yeah,
but I
we've seen them
see
all.
the little guy there a lot more than most of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Well, I got to get my Arlo snuggles every day. You know.
I love
Mhm.
that you have a purple tie on because purple's one of my favorite colors. Yeah.
go, man. You should be an LSU fan if you like purple. No doubt. No doubt. This is the portrait I did for him, guys.
Yep.
I did it. Where are you guys at? Are you at a ball game or something? Looks like you're in a
No,
stadium or something.
we're at I think that's Sabaton.
Oh, you went to see Sabaton. How cool,
Sabaton
man.
is awesome.
I think that's Judas Priest Sabaton.
yeah.
But that's this
that's
thing in
either
the
that-
middle is
Wait.
how Rhonda wrapped it for him, and the card we gave him, and that's the picture right there.
No,
Yeah.
I'm wrong. That's Fluffy.
Fluffy. You went to say
Gabriel Iglesias.
Fluffy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I looked at the seats behind us and that's Gabriel Iglesias.
Not to toot my own horn, but you guys go to Subscribestar if you want to get your own portrait done. Commissions are open at this time. You know, if you want a
Yeah,
portrait
he's
done,
not backed up at this point.
not right
so.
now. No,
Not right now.
Not right
but
now.
he may.
Could be.
So
Could
get
be.
your commissions
Go to
in now.
You can go to joesatmosfere.com and there's a way to email me on the bottom of the page. So go there and check it out. Just like you see here on the channel. But anyway, yeah, that was a lot of fun, John. I had a ball meeting both you and Keith. It was so funny. We showed up at the restaurant he was going to be at for his rehearsal dinner. I mean, I'm not a rookie at this. I've been married before, so I know what he's doing on Friday night before the wedding. So I said, "Where are you going to be at?" And we went, had some food, and then we waited on them. And he came in. I gave him a hug, and he was like, "Yeah, I got to introduce you to everybody." I was like, "Man, just have a good time with your family." He was like, "No," he introduced me to everybody at the table and everything. Keith, I went to shake his hand. He goes, "Bullshit," and he grabbed me and hugged me and shit. I was like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
It was very cool. We had a good weekend, man. We really did. And by the way, the place you sent me, Captain's,
Yeah.
love it. That place, dude, if I ever go back to Warrensburg, I'm going right back there. Had a ball, man. We got out of there before the band started. And dude, we could have ate on those wings that we got forever.
Yeah.
We ordered, look, I'm expecting, the shit you get at fucking Buffalo Wild Wings when you order wings, right? No, they got the entire wing, the drumstick and the fucking other part connected with the skin and everything. And, for the same price you'd pay at Buffalo Wild Wings. And my wife asked him, "Do you guys have a nuclear reactor out back or something? Because these things are really big." It was crazy, man. It was good stuff. Loved it, man. I will definitely be going back there. But anyway, let's see. What are these guys saying in here? Jed is talking to somebody.
Kay wants to get a portrait when she comes back down here.
Oh, hey, man.
I told her when she comes back.
You guys can get it whenever you want to.
Oh, I know.
Let me explain something to you guys, and it's something I had to explain to John. He kept sending me pictures of them together. Now, I did that one because that turned out to be the best picture that he sent me. It really was. I get the feeling you guys don't take pictures very often. So,
we only you know pictures.
Yeah, I know you guys play with cameras all the damn time. Yeah. So what you do is you get me your favorite picture of you. You get me your favorite picture of her, and I can make it look like you're standing together.
Yeah.
It's
because she goes back and forth all the time. So,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And I'm explaining that for everybody that's watching. If you want to get something like that done, hell, I can show you examples of me doing one on my wife and her son. Neither one of them in the same place, but I put them together. And she had long hair in the picture she wanted me to draw, and she wanted her current hairstyle, which is short. Anybody that knows my wife knows I'm scared to death she's going to come home looking like Sinead O'Connor one of these days. She keeps getting her hair cut shorter and shorter and shorter because she doesn't like to fix it. Okay, that's why she does it, guys. And so she wanted her current hairstyle in it, so I changed the hairstyle. When you're drawing something, you can do anything.
Yep.
So just get me the pictures you like, and I'll put them together. I mean, I made, oh my God, how much did that girl pay me? It was 12 portraits at $50 a head. So that's what, $600?
Yeah.
She wanted her late husband added to 3 different wedding pictures for her granddaughter. Right. And one of them had 6 faces in it, and the other 2 had 3. And I drew the pictures and put him there in a tux right next to him. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you guys want something done, just go to joesatmosfere.com and email me. All right. Enough of the self-promotion. It's my channel. I can self-promote.
Yeah, he can do it. Yeah.
I don't want to take up the whole show doing that. Anyway, we had a ball. It was great. I loved meeting you and Allie. I hope she enjoyed meeting us. And I look forward to running into you again. If you come down here, hey, GeekCon's coming up. It's right around the corner, man. Yeah. I am going to go up there for the con that they have in Springfield that Keith was telling me about. I just can't go this year because like I said, I used up every bit of my vacation. I used most of it going to get my mother, of course, guys. She knows I did that. And Mama Bryan, that is her last name, her second husband's last name. But McBriarty is her maiden name. She is doing just fine. I think her biggest adjustment is she doesn't have to do anything now. She's really wondering what to do now. And I put on her TV shows for her on her new TV that I bought her and all that good stuff. So she's fitting in just fine. There's a little bit of child care aspect, but it's going just fine. I think my next thing tomorrow, I'm going to walk her up to the library. We have one within 4 blocks of here. It'll give her time to walk and everything. Of course, I'm going to go with her, and she loves to read, so I'm going to take her to the library.
He even said because people are wondering why we haven't been doing stuff for the last 3 weeks, and then I had to tell a few people. I was like, Joe's going to get his mother, and he's at John's wedding. That's the reason why we haven't done anything.
Yeah,
a lot of people were messaging me.
I just unplugged. I said, "Hell, I'm gonna."
They're like, "Is he okay?" I was like, "Yeah, I've been talking to him."
Vince wants to know, but why the heck are you watching Jar Jar Trek? Well, I unlike most people, I actually like that movie, dude. So it's just on in the background. I always try and put something on the TV set, and that was the quickest thing I could find today. I take it for what it is, though, Vince. It's not part of the lore. It's something else.
It's an alternate timeline.
Yeah,
basically.
It's an alternate timeline, and
it's not the main.
I do not like the second one at all. I think it's one of the stupidest movies ever made. I do like Beyond. I like that one. It's got some stupid elements to it, but I did like that one because it was like some of the mid episodes of the original series. So I thought that was pretty cool. But anyway. All right, let's get to the pop culture update, boys and girls. Let's get back on track, shall we?
Let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go.
Yeah!
And of course, you know what we do, guys. We always start off with the numbers from the weekend, and we know the number one movie was Thunderbolts, asterisk, or should I call it the New Avengers? Apparently, they changed the name of the movie now.
That when they did that,
that seems kind of.
It makes sense why they did it, though. I mean,
well, I haven't seen it yet. I hear it makes sense if you see the movie.
Yeah, and the thing is, you got to see the Black Widow movie for a lot of the other stuff to make sense. And I was like, more homework. No.
Well, this is the deal. Deal. I haven't seen it yet, so I can't speak to it. I can tell you what Highlander thought of it. He said it was like Suicide Squad. He said that it was a little slow starting off. He said it's an okay movie, but it was way too slow starting off. That was his problem with it. So
there's that 27-minute therapy session.
Was there?
Oh my God, it dragged on forever.
Actually, I have the exact opposite. I liked how they did that.
Yeah,
it's basically two movies.
Yeah, it is.
You've got the broken. It focuses on Yelena and her trauma because that's what it is. It's trauma. And it's a movie about dealing with trauma and getting over trauma, and it ties in with the villain,
which my trauma.
God, but then it picks up and it's actually fairly well done it's better than anything so far in any of the movies in the
since Endgame, right?
Since Endgame, yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say that's kind of a low mark when you look at what's
it is.
But I've been hearing the same thing, John, and I appreciate your perspective on it. He went and saw it last night, and this from what I understand, there's really good stuff in here. It's just it suffers from the MCU thing, So yeah.
I got frustrated with the movie, and I'm like, ugh. I got super frustrated with it.
One of the things I greatly appreciated was the fact that Century was very close to comic accurate.
Yeah. The few visuals I saw of it, it does look like him. And I thought, I did not know that was Void making all those people disappear and stuff.
Yeah.
I did not know that was his alter ego. I didn't think they were going to do that.
Void looked pretty, but the thing is, I was like, okay, Sentry looks like Sentry, and the Void looks like Void, and everything else, even with the eyes when he's the shadow and everything else, that was down pat. But it's the one thing that they keep failing at. It's just, I can't, man. It just frustrated because that's not the Thunderbolts. I know it.
That's your comic book self coming out. I understand. Yes.
Yeah, and I was frustrated because the Thunderbolts had 12 really good issues. It shit the bed at 13.
The early draft did have Baron Zemo putting the Thunderbolts together.
Yeah, I was fixing to say, what happened with that? They didn't kill him off in the series on the television show.
Dead.
So I was kind of shocked he wasn't in it.
He's still live in the television series, and I'm like, I just can't with the Thunderbolts, man.
Well, if this does well, then maybe they'll put Zemo in the sequel.
Well,
but
let's get back. A little bit
hang on.
Late,
Okay, guys. Yeah, let me move on here real quick because Vince gave me some advice, and I understand that advice completely. And we've run into that with her in the past, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
I know, and I've had to run.
And trust me, yes, I will be keeping an eye on that. But let's round out the top 5. I wanted to talk about Sinners a little bit because we didn't know what this was about, and the word of mouth is doing really good things for this movie.
Yeah.
And from what I understand, this is the start of like a trilogy of these movies that are going to take place in different time periods. So
there was, and I don't know if this is correct. So if I'm saying incorrect information, but what I've heard was Sinners was going to be Blade. Disney dropped it out. Disney dropped out.
Yeah,
and then it turned into Sinners.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but. Look, it's good to see a new vampire movie. I had no idea this was about vampires, or I would have gone see it in the theater right away. And I'm going to try and see it before it leaves theater.
I'm going to say one thing: leave your kids at home because there's very adult parts in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Leave your kids at home.
Is this R-rated?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, but there are some very adult parts in the movie.
Now, Minecraft is at number 3. It's starting to drop off, but man, it's making a ton of bread. Has it hit 1 billion yet? I don't think it has. We'll check on that in just a second. Accountant 2 has a 61% drop off. I think it's pretty much over for that one. It's peaked.
Yeah, but isn't it on Amazon now?
I don't know because I haven't seen it on there yet.
I don't know.
I haven't seen it on there yet.
No. And Until Dawn is number 5.
That's already out on streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bombed so bad because it didn't have it. They changed the whole story. I love Until Dawn is one of my favorite video games.
Yeah, it's based on a video game, right?
Yeah, I played through this. I played Until Dawn. Like they have like 15, 20. I don't know how many. They have a lot of endings. I played through that game so many times. I was frustrated. They only took parts of the game and then put random ass shit in there, and I was like frustrated with that because they could have done the movie and it would have been great, game.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Minecraft is sitting at worldwide 876 million, so it may make it before it's over with. It'll they're going to have it in the theater a little bit longer than usual, but it could make it.
Oh, it's going to stay, but the problem they're having is with everybody throwing popcorn and everything everywhere.
Yeah, well, we talked about that before I left. Yeah. I mean, that was going on before I left.
That was 3 weeks ago, and they're still doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, we talked about it back then.
Yeah.
I've got no sympathy for you.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Well,
you wouldn't have made it back in the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No, and here's the thing. I said this to a bunch of people. I said, Rocky Horror was way worse than this.
Yeah.
I've seen theaters that closed down because of Rocky Horror.
Yep. Well, but the box office numbers for that was 76 million its first weekend. We'll see if it's got staying power or not. It's getting 50-50s. You know what I mean? The comic book purists like Jed are see that there's good things in it, but they're kind of frustrated.
It is very
put together
little good things. Here's the thing. I wanted to like it, but I don't. I dislike it very much.
Mm-hmm.
I dislike. I wish they would like, because at heart, comic book at heart, person at heart, I want things to go good, but they continuously screw up. DC and Marvel continually screw up every single time, and I hate it.
Well, there are less screw up. There's less of their typical Marvel screw up that they've been doing lately in this movie than there has been in the past.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't see why you're getting so upset.
It's just when you say that's the best thing that's come out, that's pretty. And I've heard this from a lot of other people in our circle and all our friends. When you say that's the best they can be with right now, that's pretty pathetic. I'm calling it a spade, you know.
Well, that's
Yeah.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you watched it and you
Yeah.
got your opinion on it, and
Yeah.
John's got his opinion on
Oh,
it.
I know, and I'm not knocking John's opinion.
And if they want to hear everybody else's opinion on it, they can watch their channels.
And I will tell you this: the star of the show, I don't care who says what, is Red Guardian.
Red Guardian, huh? He's good. I heard Mr. Russell has his moments.
Yeah.
And
the thing is,
I heard the guy that played the Sentry knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, he did. Really they all did a good job.
Mm-hmm. It's just
my
MCU has got to bust things up with that stupid joke shit half the time, and that's and
I
a lot of this stuff suffers. So
if they would have made, I'm going to say this, if they would have had, and I'm going to say this, and a lot of other people said this too, if they would have had just the super soldiers with Red Guardian, Bucky, and USA Agent, and knocked out and then it was against the Void, and then you had the thing is, they have all the IP in the world, just like DC does.
Yeah, I know.
And just Disney has all the.
This is who they decided to go with, man.
I mean, what are you going to do? Decided to go with, and I was like, why don't you guys write things better? I could do this within 5 minutes, even better.
Well, that's what they've decided to roll with, man. You know,
frustrates me.
I know, but hey, nobody's more frustrated than. Well, actually, I don't think he's frustrated. I think he just turned it down because he saw how the first one went and did not care to be in the second one.
Well, they offered him half the money. That's why he turned
it down. Exactly. Jeremy Renner turned down Hawkeye season 2 because he was offered half the money after near fatal snowplow accident.
Yeah.
Wow. One of the best. Okay, first of all, he's one of the OGs. He's one of the guys that made you billions of dollars. I don't think they're offering Chris Hemsworth half the money to be in a.
No, they're not, and they're not offering Tony. You're not, more Robert Downey. They're not offering him half the money.
Right.
They're not offering any because we know Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr., Scarlett Johansson, they're all in this new bullshit that they're trying to put together.
Well, Scarlett Johansson isn't.
She's coming back.
Yeah, she's coming back as Lady Hydra.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh my
dude!
God.
And
Chris Evans is going to be Captain Hydra.
Captain Hydra. Yeah, they're bringing then. He's like, dude.
See, I'm out of the loop, guys. I've been unplugged for.
They're doing Dark Thor, so we get an evil version of Thor.
And each one of the OGs are playing 2 to 3 different characters in the new movie. So
well, no, they're playing their original. They're playing a version of their original but that's only going to be cameo stuff.
Yeah, it's just going to be a mess. I'm just
we'll see what happens, man. But anyway, I thought this was fucked up right here.
Yeah, it is.
Because dude, one of the funniest things you'll ever watch. You guys look up Jeremy Renner singing as Hawkeye on YouTube, and you'll see one of the funniest things you've ever seen, man. He did this song. Have you guys seen what I'm talking about? Do you know what I'm talking about? Hang on. Let me look this up real quick.
I saw it one point, but it was a while back.
Let's see. Jeremy Renner.
You know the thing, Joe, that frustrates me about Jeremy Renner? He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
And they're just disrespecting him. Like Disney's disrespected him for a while, That's the thing that frustrates me because if you see him in some of the other stuff, like on Paramount, was it Tulsa King, John?
No, it's Mayor of Kingstown.
Yeah,
Mayor of Kingstown. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I got it right. He's really good in that. He's really good in that. Like
Jeremy Renner's pretty much good in anything he's done.
Yeah, and if you the thing is, it's kind of like how the Dr. People disrespected Capaldi. Capaldi's an excellent actor, but they screwed him on the scripts and stuff.
Yep.
I was just
let me see if I can find this video. Shoot. All right. Hang on, guys. Bear with me.
Yeah.
It's been a minute and I should
Joe's trying to get back to you.
I'm trying to get back in the swing.
Yeah, when I did a stream the other day was it a while back, I was like trying to get used to everything all again because I haven't did it in a while.
Let's see. Paste. Here we go. Enter. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, what Vince said. He said he didn't ask for an increase of his wage from. He just wanted the same, and they didn't want to give it to him because they think that he was like, and it was had to happen because of the snowplow stuff. We don't think you can act as good as you can before that.
Okay, this was on Jimmy Fallon. Hang on, guys. Here we go. I've got it here. We'll play it and let you guys hear it. If you've never heard this is funny shit. Here you go. Oh, well, it would help.
Oh, it
would help if I had some fucking sound working, right?
Yeah.
Bear with me, guys.
Check the thing.
You got to check that box.
Yeah. Well, there's a part in the StreamYards where it comes on every time. You just gotta click it.
Yeah. Whatever. I don't care. StreamYards isn't going to be my streaming service very much longer. So.
Yes.
Here we go.
Overlooked. He's still great, but it's hard to compete with those other guys. So here now to shed light on his own strengths and abilities, to the tune of Ed Sheeran's "Thinking Out Loud," is Hawkeye.
If you guys haven't seen this before, it's hilarious.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah. It's been a while.
When you're on a team with the Hulk and Thor, and we're all up there on the movie screen, will people believe that I'm not quite as tough? Will anyone even notice me? Listen, I've got powers too, and they're pretty sweet. Promise I can do so much more.
And if you look, he's in the suit too.
I can do so much more than archery.
I'm serious, guys. I've got a collection of scars and berets. I play trombone in a ska band.
You might want to pause it for a second, though.
Sure.
I once got to.
Yeah, pause it. Yeah.
Why?
You don't want the stream getting took down.
I doubt
they're getting feisty again lately.
My Tinder date, and my cat has got its own Instagram. I tell you now, I kick ass at Mario Kart. This year I played an extra in Pop Art.
Yeah, anyway, go watch it. It's funny.
Yeah.
Guys, the dude's a riot. And to think that they don't want to pay him is just so stupid. It makes no sense. That place has got more money than God. Why wouldn't you pay?
And why wouldn't they're also getting money from the Middle East now, So
yeah. Yeah, just married and on Tinder. Well, also in the news this week, this is a little bit political, but it has to do with Hollywood. Check it out, guys. Trump threatens 100% tariffs on foreign-made films, saying the movie industry in the U.S. is dying. He's not wrong, but the main problem is what's going on in California, and that's why they're moving everything. They make more movies in Atlanta, Georgia now.
Yeah, Georgia took over that spot. Basically.
My daughter moved out there. She worked security on Killers of the Flower Moon, the one with DiCaprio and De Niro, Martin Scorsese's last movie. When she was living in Tulsa, and she moved to follow the production company she worked for at the time out to Atlanta. That's why she lives in Atlanta now. So now Gavin Newsom, who wants to run for president, guys, don't be.
We're not going to have
is jumping on that bandwagon and says that he wants to make America film again. He's going to propose $7.5 billion worth of tax incentives for studios to go back to California. So, it's
I do not like this man whatsoever.
Well, nobody does. I mean, nobody that doesn't live in California anyway. But, hey, what are you going to do? I think it's interesting that remember when Trump first got in office, he named John Voight, Sylvester Stallone. Who was the third one he named as his ambassadors to Hollywood? There was a third guy, but
Mel Gibson.
they're still.
Yeah, it was Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson, and they're still working with him, and it's pretty interesting that he's decided to do that for them.
Well, there's a couple reasons for that. So,
yeah. Let's see. Callie is bankrupt, and he keeps spending money. Yeah, I know. Yeah, Mel. Yes, absolutely. But yeah, I thought it was pretty interesting that he did that this week in his big tariff push. It's pretty interesting. Okay. This next one I got to talk about, guys.
Also, Joe, I wanted to put in one of the bigger unions is behind him now, behind Trump, standing with him before this, in Hollywood. So yeah, they're standing right up there with him. So,
well, yeah, they've got to.
Yeah,
look, the people are getting killed by them not making movies in Hollywood. Is everybody like Paulie's lady?
Yeah. Like we have a lot of family
stuff
and
like
friends.
that. All the production guys,
yeah,
that work in that town, they're all hurting.
They're just all getting killed because of stupid, idiotic choices.
Yep, for sure.
Keith and mine's friend Tom Seymour does special effects. He's special physical effects. He's a pyromaster, and this will help him.
Yeah, and I'm any of our family and friends that on YouTube and other place, I'm all for it if it helps them. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely, man. All right. We got some video game news this week. There is a new game out there. I heard about this watching my boy Charlie.
I love this game so much.
Claire Obscure Expedition 33. Forbes review on it says a 10 if ever there was one. Now,
it's total 10,
and it's all over the place, guys. The gameplay is all over the place.
I played 40 hours. I put 40 hours into this game so far.
Yeah,
and dude, okay. So this is the way I've been handling. If you love Chrono Trigger, if you love Final Fantasy VII, if you love Resident Evil, you love Bloodborne, you love Earthbound. If you loved any of the classic games that we all love, Knights of the Republic, any of the stuff, got a little bit of Mass Effect in there. It's a combination of every single game we love that are classics, all rolled up into one. And I'm so I talk about it all the time. Just last night I said something about it, and I'm towards the I'm almost at the end of the second part, so I've been going through it. So
if we were in the same room, I'd whack you in the back of the head to reboot you because
I know, dude. I love this game, and there's so many things that are like old school, and it's a breath of fresh air. It's not like not like Ubisoft or any of this other bullshit. It made me happy for the first time in a long time.
From what you're not the only one saying it.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I watch Charlie almost every day. I watch something he does, and he talked about this game. He said he hasn't been addicted to a game like this since he played Elden Ring. So that's pretty high praise.
I've been it's been out for like how many 2-3 weeks. I've been playing it every single night.
Yeah. The turn-based stuff doesn't bother you?
No, it's like old school stuff. I want them to put this back in Final Fantasy and the other games, because fucking the place that does Final Fantasy said, well, people don't want this, and I'm like, yes, we do. This game proves it that we want a classic game back.
Yeah, John, are you going to try this one?
Eventually, I have it. It's just I'm in the middle of the Fallout that I do every week. Fallout London. I'm playing the Oblivion remake.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm playing Kingdom of whatever it is.
Yeah. The one Nock plays.
Yeah. I'm playing that too. So
John's like me. We both play several games at the same time. But here's the funny thing. I've dropped all the other games and I'm playing this just exclusively now. I haven't touched No Man's Sky since the day this came out.
Really?
What does that tell you?
Yeah, that's.
I preach about No Man's Sky all the time.
You're pretty much into it then. No doubt. Because No Man's Sky is his game.
That's my game. Sure. Yeah. But I've been playing Expedition, and there are so many. They have meme. I'm not spoiling. There is a meme Easter egg. You know that it's fine where the dog's on fire and the whole room. There is a meme of that in the game.
Wow.
They've done so many Easter eggs and things and nods to like old games and like classic stuff, and they love it. We need more games like this.
I hear it, man. Well, it's almost making me want to play it. I'm gonna watch a few more videos on it, and look, the graphics on it are awesome. And from what John was saying before the show, this guy that. The head guy behind it only had a team of like 30 guys.
Yes, there's 33 people.
Right? And he came from AAA Gaming, right, John?
Yeah,
Ubisoft.
He had the idea while he was at Ubisoft. Ubisoft turned his idea down. He said, "Okay, I'm going to go make this game on my own then."
So he went and found the writer on Reddit.
Yeah.
He found the composer on SoundCloud.
Wow.
Dude,
so this is an indie game, basically.
Wow. And the music is so good in this game, Joe. So good. It's like how, in Final Fantasy VII and stuff, but we had these awesome
I wouldn't know. I never played that game.
Oh, John knows what
Final Fantasy VII. I do remember the music from the original one. If that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, it's like orchestra and everything. It's just everything about this is so good. Yeah. If you guys have not played this yet, go and get this. It's on Game Pass.
If you're a video game player, from what I understand, it's one of those games that comes around very rarely. And to hear that somebody got fed up with the AAA gaming scene, went and did his own thing, and it's. From what I understand, it's only like a $50 game, right? It's
only $50,
much less than what you usually pay.
You're not going to pay. And here's the thing. I even heard a rumor that later on, a couple months down the line, maybe about 6 months, they were thinking about putting on sale so a lot more people could get it too.
Right.
And the thing here, I want to show you this. This is I'm going to get me this right here because I have this in my stuff.
All right, go ahead.
Let me get it right here. But dude, Joe, I don't give praise to a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Joe knows this.
Yeah,
I don't give praise.
But when you are passionate about it, you do,
and you can hear it.
When he starts stuttering, he's passionate about something, folks.
Yeah. Okay, so here, this is right here. I'm going to show you this, and let me put this up here right now.
I hope you get there eventually.
I got it. Just a second. So
dead air, as my brother would say.
No, that's the reason why I keep talking. I figured out that shit on Roadhouse. Just keep talking.
Just keep talking.
Okay, there it is, Joe.
I'm trying to add it before presenting. What? Oh, I got to pull down my stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
So it says this 12 days in, and Expedition has crossed 2 million copies sold. We watched in awe as so many of you began your journey, feeling every step, emotion, dude, this game makes you just feel stuff like Final Fantasy VII did.
Wow, that's good.
Like,
that's great. That's great writing.
I've not felt like you, and I'm not going to give away any spoilers, but we know when things happened, when everybody knows when Sephiroth killed Aerith, everybody felt that.
Spoilers.
Huh?
Spoilers.
No, everybody, it's a 20-year-old game, dude.
Spoilers. Don't care. Spoilers.
They mostly play indie games nowadays.
Yeah.
He says one of those games is made by 2 people.
Yeah.
Really cool.
I love this.
The biggest game on the planet was made by one guy.
Game Pass. He has gone crazy for that game. Oh boy, look at
look at it. 10.
Oh no. I'm not looking at it. No. Look, they did the same thing for Last of Us 2. So
but here's the thing.
You don't have to tell me, Jed.
I'm actually saying
you're not the only
it.
one saying this about this game. Okay, I get it. You do not need to beat a drum with me. Jed says, excuse me. Vince says, according to game theory, she wasn't dead. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. But yeah, this actually, I might decide to play this after I'm done with I'm going to be playing Mass Effect.
Yeah, he's going to play
a couple
third
more
one.
games,
yeah.
so but I might play it. You never know.
Wait. If you thought he got frustrated on some other games,
what, this game will make me frustrated? Cool. That's good.
Well, no, you're not used to turn-based stuff, so.
Well, I played Dungeons and Dragons, and
I know.
That's
You did play that other one. You did play the other game.
I just tend not to play them because I like
actually, I would love for you to play this.
So,
I would love for you to play this on stream.
Yeah, well, we'll see one of these days. All right, something a lot of people are going to be playing, but it's been backed up a year. New trailer dropped for GTA 6 the other day. I'm not going to show this because it's been everywhere. If you haven't seen it, you've been living under a rock. So let's see. Make Joe play Dark Souls.
No, you want to see somebody go rage filled?
He would go rage. I know better than that. Vince.
Yeah,
I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe when I get 5,000 subs, maybe I'll give it a pop.
You hear it? 5,000 subs. Joel play Dark Souls.
But GTA 6 trailer reveals insanely good detail that is only going to get better with time. They've backed this up. They actually have the release date on the trailer. I believe it's May 26th of 2026.
Yeah, next year.
So they've actually set a date for it. And if you haven't seen the trailer, I watched it yesterday. A friend of mine at work was watching it, and I checked it out. It looks so much like Miami Vice, it's not even funny. But a lot of the stuff that I see in the trailer, you guys have seen the trailer. You tell me. Okay. Did they lean heavily into heterosexuality in that? Or what?
Did you notice from the first trailer to the second trailer, there's no more bisexual lighting? Yeah, they made a more base trailer. I'm like, okay, if you've seen you put the first one up with the second one, they did a huge change and stuff. But I'm not.
Is this the same trailer as the leaked a couple of months ago? No, this is a new one. It's a new one.
And I'm going to say this: do not
you can
fall
find it
for
easily,
the bait and
Vince. Go watch it at your leisure, man.
Yeah. Don't fall for the bait and switch, everybody. It's a bait and switch.
Well. Wait a minute now. We don't know. We don't know. What I would say, wait until the game comes out and check out the reviews. That's what I do now anyway. I'm a big proponent of not buying a game on a release date.
And please do not pre-order and shit.
But your boys over on Midnight Edge earlier today was saying that a lot of the reason why they've backed this up is they may be getting rid of all the in the game.
And I agree with them. I agree with Tom and everybody else.
See, they can do woke stuff as long as it's well written. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Because one of the best DLCs for GTA in its entirety was the GTA for GTA 4 Ballad of Gay Tony.
Yeah, Gay Tony. That was actually hilarious. But look, here's the thing: they don't have the writers for that stuff anymore. That's the reason why it was hilarious.
But
everybody left.
To John's point, I've seen several games. Well, Dungeons and Dragons is a perfect example. You can have any kind of LGBTQ, whatever you want in that game.
Yep.
And it's not thrown in your face. You make the choice yourself. So that's the difference between a lot of these games like Nail Guard that hits you over the head with it and ones that don't. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm going to do some stupid push-ups. Yeah, fuck that bullshit. I hated that shit. That was so stupid.
It was really stupid. It was. But if you haven't seen this trailer, go check it out. It looks a lot like Miami Vice to me, man. I was a huge Miami Vice fan when it was on TV. And
it
looks a lot
Vice City's Miami, so,
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I want to say this. saw Vice City for the first time, I got chills.
Yeah.
Okay? When I saw this, I didn't get that same feeling.
Right. But I'm just saying, from the last trailer to this one, big change in the atmosphere of the trailer.
And they had
a
to
whole
do
lot more the guy and the girl and what they're gonna do.
They had to do it because we have a certain somebody in mind.
Yeah. We know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing,
Bait
guys,
and switch.
Whenever it's well, no, I'm not saying bait and switch. What I'm saying is the atmosphere has changed in the country, and that coupled with the fact, Jed, you got to remember this. This is probably going to be the most expensive video game.
Oh yeah, it's going to be $100 some dollars.
Ever made. We're talking about a $2 billion game.
Oh, I know. They made
by the time they're done.
They made $8 to $10 billion just on 5
they
alone.
Can't.
They've made 15 plus on GTA 5.
The last time I read it was like 8 to 10. So,
but by the time you count in GTA,
oh yeah, okay.
What I'm saying is, guys, they can't afford to piss anybody off.
No,
they need this to be a globally accepted game, no doubt, so they can recoup the money. I mean, they want this to be another cash cow for another 10 years. So, if they want to keep their reputation up, which I got to say, Rockstar, I'm not a fan of GTA. Okay. The first game, my stepson loved it, and I played it with him, and I quit after the first 15 minutes when I had to shoot cops. I was a cop.
Yeah.
I'm not down with that. So but I have no problem with people who like the game at all. Okay. But one that I do love that they make, and I still play to this day just to relax. I'll go on a hunting trip on Red Dead Redemption 2 online.
I love going
one of the most beautiful games I've ever seen, and they really do a good job with their games. They do. So if they want to keep their reputation up, they're going to have to, number one, not piss off any of the fan base. That's for sure. They need to stick to what the formula is, and they've how do I say this? Another reason why they're probably backing it up is to make sure it's ready on launch day, because we've seen so many of these games. The perfect example is that cyber game. What's it called?
Cyberpunk 2077.
Cyberpunk. I mean, it's made a turnaround because of all the fixing they did to it. But when it first came out, everybody was pissed at that game because of
I was pissed. Dude, I ordered Avengers and Cyberpunk. It was, I think they were in the same time frame, because we had No Man's Sky, Avengers, Cyberpunk, like all these games just came out broke every single time.
Yeah.
And it's just, All
right, boys and girls, let's see. Vince says, I wish they bring back the algorithm that changes your body over time according to what you do in the game. Yeah.
I heard a rumor that they're going to bring some of the stuff from this is just a rumor, by the way, some of the stuff that they had in Red Dead Redemption and put it in GTA.
Yeah.
This new
one. That's another good example, Vince. No Man's Sky got a rough rap at the beginning, and now
at the beginning. I'm kind of pissed at them because they haven't fixed some things yet. Yeah. But besides that, they've done good.
Definitely an improvement over what they had to start.
Oh yeah, definitely improvement.
Yeah. So,
but when they introduced Worlds Part 2, it broke a lot of crap.
Yeah.
And they
all right, boys and girls, it is the midway part of the show, so you know what time it is. It is time to check in on the girlfriend of the show and see what is going on with her. You know what time it is.
How do you want me to handle the Sydney issue?
The Sydney issue?
Well, we should have a consensus on how the White House is going to handle it.
Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than that,
Mr. President, Ms.
Sweeney,
see you.
Have her come in, please. I am finished here.
Yes, sir.
There is no Sydney issue.
All right, boys and girls, let's check out Sydney Sweeney. She's been busy. Sydney Sweeney and Machine Gun Kelly share a cozy moment amidst split. Of course, they're all talking about that split she had with her boyfriend. But this one right here, this is from the Instagram account for Page 6. This is in Vegas. And boy, she doesn't need to be hanging out with that dude.
Bro, that's going to be like Tommy Lee getting with Pamela Anderson right there.
Well, it's just, hey, don't read too much into it. This was just a moment in Vegas.
Yeah, but Tommy Lee ruined Pamela Anderson for every
That's for
guy,
sure.
Dude.
You're right about that. I'm not.
No guy wanted to look at Pamela Anderson or even talk about her after Tommy Lee got done with her.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Next up, Sydney Sweeney and Brandon Sklenar, or I don't know how to pronounce his last name, sparked dating rumors at Stagecoach 2025. Stagecoach, I'm not sure. It's a festival, and apparently they were hanging out together at the festival. You see them in the crowd together.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that like they are on her ass like white on rice.
Yeah, they are.
Like all the time.
I mean, she's the most popular thing out there right now, dude.
Yeah,
she really is. Next up, this is what she looked like for the Met Gala. Now, the only person I'm going to talk about from the Met Gala is this one. Yeah. We did find out that Rihanna's pregnant again, and for some reason, Michael Jackson's hero, Diana Ross, ended up on the carpet out there too, but
she didn't look too good, bro.
She didn't, and I was wondering why she was even out there.
It was like a zombie fucking walking.
Madonna, right? Madonna looks like a Dick Tracy villain now.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. That's why I didn't want to cover it.
Yeah,
it's just
John,
silly.
she was in Dick Tracy though.
That's what's funny. Yeah, she was.
That's why I called it that way.
Yeah, that's funny, man. But anyway. This is stuff from Stagecoach. This is the festival they were at. And I'm just going to give you a rundown of her Instagram for this week. I'm not going to play any of the sound or anything because it's a music festival. So we'll probably get hit by the music and stuff. But they obviously having a good time. That must be a stretch limo right there or something. They're standing up in it. That's Paris Hilton. In that Cowboys chaps and shit.
I was wondering who that was.
Paris is looking good these days, man. She really is. But anyway, this is them hanging out there. And she's got a new dog, if you hadn't heard. She's got a new pup. Not sure of his name. But anyway, then you've got her getting ready for the...
I think the dog was Scully.
Yeah. That, of course, Amana Beauty did her stuff. She's a spokesperson for them for the Met Gala. And yeah, some really good pictures of her going to the Met Gala. So yeah, she's been busy. Of course,
the comment section on Instagram is just, I love the comment section.
Yeah. You want to have some fun, go check that out.
You want to have fun and you get a good laugh, go on the comment section on Instagram.
Right. It's crazy. But this last one, this is for a show she's on with oh God, what's her name? She was the second person to play the Silence of the Lambs detective.
Julianne Moore, right there.
Jillian Moore. Anyway, it's an Apple movie. Believe it's called Echo Valley.
Yeah, just what it says right there.
Yep. So go check that out. Like I said, I'm not going to play the sound on Instagram.
Can we just have Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat, please?
Right? Could we get that eventually?
Yeah,
that would be nice.
Dude, I'm going to say this. Disney Marvel, if you want to make some money, put Sydney Sweeney as Black Cat, please.
I'm going to have to watch this. I'm going to have to watch this, though, because it looks kind of like a thriller kind of thing. So we'll have to see what this is all about. It's on Apple TV. So that is your update for Sydney Sweeney this week, guys. So there you go.
Joe, how old is Paris now? Isn't she in her 40s?
She's getting up there, man. But look, she's filled out. You've seen from the pictures.
Yeah, she filled out from when...
the rack may be store-bought, but...
Yeah, she filled out
you don't store-buy your thighs.
Yeah.
She looks just a tad bit more filled out.
She looks better older than she did back when she was hanging out with that one chick on that reality show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to talk... You guys want to do the movies first or the streaming shows?
John, what do you want to do?
Movies. Let's do the movies.
You want to do the movies? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into the rest of the movies. Thunderbolts was on the first weekend. I wasn't on for the first weekend, so we're going to have to start with the second weekend. This one here, Fight or Flight, this looks like Bullet Train to me. If you've seen the...
I love Bullet Train.
And well, I haven't seen Bullet Train yet because my wife's not interested in seeing it. But it's got my boy Brad Pitt in it. I'd love to see it. But if you haven't seen the trailer for this, guys, this is basically a plane full of assassins, and they're all.
Wait, I've seen this trailer. It's awesome.
Yeah, you've seen it. We played
the
it. The
trailer's awesome.
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. This one comes out Friday.
I want to see this.
It's got somebody that I think, I don't know what happened to his career. Josh Hartnett. When I first saw him in, I think one of the first things I saw him in was Sin City. I really thought he was going to have a bigger career than he's had so far.
He was big in the 90s, though.
And, 90s,
early 2000s.
But he's getting in. Of course, every geek's I say every geek, but a lot of us geeks enjoy some Katie Sackhoff. She's got a great podcast where she talks to people from the sci-fi genre and stuff. And, of course, she was on the new Battlestar Galactica. She was Starbuck. They gender bent that, but you know what? This was an example where I think she really knocked it out of the park being Starbuck in the show.
Yeah.
I dug her in that part. But the rest of the guys, they look like they're just pretty much martial arts movies people. But yeah, it looks like this movie. If you want to check your brain at the door and just watch some good action,
dude,
this
I
is
can't
the movie
wait
for you.
for this movie, dude.
Yeah.
I can't wait for
John, you interested in this one at all?
I might watch it when it comes to streaming.
Yeah.
What is it going to be? It's going to go into the theaters first and then come on streaming?
That's
how it works.
Okay. Yeah.
That's how that works, Jed.
Yeah,
well, no, some of them go right to streaming. So.
Yeah, but not the ones on this list. This is coming soon to the theaters, buddy.
I think the next one down is going to be the sleeper hit of the week.
You think? Corn in a count.
It's got that. I saw the stuff for it. It's got that Terrifier vibe.
Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
A fading Midwest town in which Frendo the clown. Frendo, what a great name, Frendo.
Hi, my name is Chucky.
Not Fredo. Frendo. A symbol of bygone success reemerges as a terrifying scourge. Oh my gosh!
Yeah, it's got that Terrifier feel to it.
Right,
so, and plus it's a look who's in it.
That's what I'm fixing to scroll down and see if there's anybody we know. Katie Douglas. Do I know her from anything?
Dude,
I'm not sure, but this guy, Aaron Adams.
Will Sasso.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Kevin
I do
Durant.
like him. Kevin Durant's in it. Okay, it's automatically got some gravitas to it. Then I haven't seen anything with him in it I did not like, and he's not the big guy ever in these movies.
No, he's usually like the villain or something.
Yes, two movies I really love. One of them was supposed to be it was supposed to be another one of these things like Twilight or Hunger Games. It was supposed to be another one of these teenage novel things that they were going to make a series of movies. I Am Number 4 is one of my fucking favorite movies I've ever seen, man. And I really wanted to see him make more of them. And he was the lead bad guy in it. He was the lead hunter that was trying to get number 4. Have you seen this movie, Jed? I Am Number 4?
Yeah, I saw it a long time
ago. Oh, I love that movie. Yeah. John, have you seen that one?
Yeah. I read the books too.
Did you? Well, you know what I'm talking about. They were going to make a series of those things. Timothy Olyphant's his guardian in it. And yeah, that's a great movie, dude. Number 9 is the one that turned me on, man. When she arched her back and made that shield around him when that explosion went off, I was like, oh, that's my girl. Check that shit out.
Yeah, but I think this is going to be a sleeper hit. I think it's going to do well.
I can imagine, man. Well, these, it doesn't have to make much money to go somewhere because it's a horror movie, no doubt. I'm sure this was made on a shoestring budget. But yeah, okay. Sounds good, man. I'd love to see a good horror movie make some bucks. That would be cool. Next, let's see. We've got another Romeo and Juliet movie. It looks like it's a musical.
Juliet and Romeo. They're
Juliet and Romeo. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, that automatically turns me off. All right.
Yeah.
I'm looking to see if there's anything else next Friday, and I just don't see too much in here that I'd be interested in. We've got a few.
Still going to be the number 1 movie next week. So
yeah, it will be. It will be, but it's going to lose more than half of its I think it's going to
Mission
lose
Impossible comes out,
because you got guys like me that aren't even interested in going. You know,
Yeah.
I'm just not interested in going into that. I'm gonna watch. Don't get me wrong. When it comes on Disney Plus, I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, I'm not gonna go to the theaters for that one. Next up on the 16th, the next Friday, we've got Final Destination
If
Bloodlines.
I remember right, this is Tony's last movie he worked on. So
Tony's last movie. Who are we talking about?
Tony Todd.
Oh my God! Yeah, I did see him in the trailer.
My brother. R.I.P.
Yeah.
brother. I miss him, dude. So.
I'm sure you do. Tony Todd was a great one,
dude.
Man. If you don't know who we're talking about, it's Candyman. You know,
he was such a nice guy, dude. I loved him to death. When we used,
let's see. Hang on real quick. I gotta catch up here. Vince says, look at Skyrim and Oblivion. No matter how many releases they have, they still have the same bugs and missing content. Yeah, no doubt, man. Damn, can't think of her name. Lionel Richie's kid. Yeah, that's Nicole Richie. That's Nicole. Yeah, he got the name. He got it. But yeah, Paris is looking good. Okay, she really is. Paris is cool. I like Paris because she can laugh at herself. Anybody that's been had a little bit of a struggle, which she has had a little bit of struggle.
She had it
just a little, because she's from a very rich family. But she did suffer a little bit whenever that things went wrong back in the day. But she's able to laugh about it now. So that's cool. I've always thought that was cool about her, and same thing with Mike Tyson. I think it's fun. I think it's great that he can laugh at himself now. When for a long time he was in a bad place. Vince says, I'm still not driving behind a truck with log loaded. Yeah, no doubt. That's what I was gonna say. I haven't seen every movie in this series, but I have to say they come up with more creative ways for people to get whacked in these movies.
Dude, that log one was
that's what he's talking about. Yeah. And trust me, up in Maine, I was around a lot of log trucks, man. That's all they do up there.
Yeah, every time if I'm in a car with somebody, I was like, can we not be in front of this car, please?
But the premise of this one apparently was the whole family was supposed, or no, I think it's the patriarch. I think it's the mother. Think she was supposed to die and she avoided it. So now her entire family is on the list because she was supposed to die. So all of her, that's why it's called Bloodlines, because she was supposed to die. All the rest of them shouldn't even exist. So they're all getting wiped out. Right. And so, yeah, this is another thing. If you don't know what you're getting into when you go see these movies, then, you just need to not even go, because you're going to see a bunch of horrific deaths in some really weird ways. And, it's kind of like going to see Fast and Furious or a James Bond movie. You're getting the same thing every time. You're not going to get anything new. The only twist on this one is it's an entire family because one person was supposed to die and they didn't. Right. So, should be very interesting. What's great about these horror movies is checking out, to me anyway, I always check out the chicks that are in it, because, these chicks that started horror movies, much like Jamie Lee Curtis, they end up having pretty good movie careers, down the line. If they stand out in the horror movie, you know what I mean? If they stand out in that genre, they can end up with pretty good careers. But that's the next one. It comes out on the 16th. Let's see what else comes out on the 16th to go against it.
There's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
Yes, I put that in the trailer at the beginning of it. I didn't put it on the thumbnail because I didn't have room to put all of these on there. But yes, The Rise of Leo, or as we know him, Leonardo. Yes, Leonardo must unite his brothers to stop a tech-fueled crime wave rising from the sewers, and prove he's ready to lead before their family and the city are lost.
Donatello's better. So.
Now this is an animated movie, so it's nothing but voice actors. But I I'm not that hip on Ninja Turtles. I don't know that much about it. I couldn't tell you if these are voices that usually do it or not. I don't know.
They're not.
No, they're not.
Yeah. So, anyway,
but this is already miles in front of the previous Turtle movie.
I was fixing to say, who put that out? It looked. I mean,
yeah.
I wasn't even interested in it because of what they did to April O'Neil, who usually is this hot redhead, right?
Yeah.
And they just made her look like, dude, that was crazy. I don't know what they were thinking when they did that. That was dumb as hell. Who made that last one? I don't remember.
I don't either. I didn't even watch it.
You know what? I'm not even going to look that up. I don't want to burn people's eyes out of their sockets with that stuff. But let's see. Kay says we need to watch Final Destination movies, babe. Yeah, man. You don't like horror movies, Jed?
No. Some of them I've seen them all. Like some of them are really good, but some of them are such a slog to get through.
But yeah, you've got teenage. I'll be interested to see what Tom Connors has to say about this. The measuring stick for Ninja Turtle stuff. That's his thing. So it'll be interesting to see what he's got to say about that one. Also, let's keep looking here. Couple of
I was
on
Honey Boo Boo.
What is that? Now, what is with Tom? Okay, I'm starting to think that my boy Tom Cruise wants movies to fail.
Yeah, look at what's coming out that same week.
That's what I'm fixing to say, Jed. If you remember when Dead Reckoning came out, 2 summers ago, guys? Yeah, 2 summers ago. 10 days later, Barbenheimer happened, so it killed his movie.
Yeah,
he is opening up against Lilo and Stitch. What?
In all defense, nobody expected Barbenheimer to happen.
No, not at all. But he can't not know about Lilo and Stitch.
Oh yeah,
this movie's gonna print money.
This movie's gonna make $1 billion right here.
And they're keeping true to the source.
What now?
They're keeping true to the source.
Yes. From what I understand, everything people have told me. Now, I've never seen Lilo and Stitch. I've never seen it, but I know my grandkids love Lilo and Stitch, okay? They love it. And from what I understand, this is like a shot-for-shot remake of it.
Some stuff that they took out of the first animated movie into the live action that they couldn't do in the live action.
Yeah.
So
that's what I heard that very thing too.
Yeah.
Jed. Yes. Stuff that they couldn't do, they're doing now.
Yeah.
Tia Carrera is one of the all-time babes. Be interesting to see if she's aging gracefully or not there. I love Zach, however you say his last name. He's one of the funniest dudes on the planet. Courtney B. Vance is good. Jason Scott Lee. I haven't seen him in a movie in forever.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell, man? But anyway, look.
And
it's not just that. I pulled this clip up to show you guys. Okay, my man Tom, man, I love you, but you're going up against this. Out of all the Super Bowl commercials, this was the best one, boys and girls. Okay, I want you to check out just the Super Bowl ad.
Sorry, folks, there's a breaking development. There's something down on the field.
I see that too. What is that?
Looks like a koala or a dog or a...
They're all out there right now. They're trying to catch it. They're having a real hard time. They've got trash cans.
This guy's got no chance.
I think they got it.
Nope, now he's gone and driving a cart. Uh-oh. Oh, that thing is indestructible.
And they brought the guy that does the original voice for Stitch back too.
Yeah, Chris
I
Sanders.
mean, that's crazy. What is Tom thinking going up against that?
Yeah,
what is
find
he thinking?
Hey,
he's
Ken,
thinking that adults are going to want to watch a different movie.
I see. Okay, all right. Well, dude.
Well, that's kind of stupid.
What's up, Ken? Good to see you, my brother. How are you? Good to see you. I'm excited to see that movie. Kay, you should be excited.
I want to see this because I love the original Lilo and Stitch. That was one of the movies that were in the the good era before they all started turning into crap. you know.
Yeah. Now, Vince, the live action Ninja Turtles movie that you're talking about, is that the one from the 90s with the guys in the suits? Is that what you're talking about? Because if you are, you might want to jump across the pond because they're all going to be here at GeekCon. All the guys from the suits in the 90s version of it. They're all going to be here at our comic book convention.
Dude, they had everybody but my homie at the Game On convention.
He's probably talking about the ones from like 5-6 years ago, the Out of the Shell and all that stuff.
No. Out of the Shell was 90s, bro.
Not okay, but the one that has Megan Fox.
Yeah, that one was
Megan Fox. That's what he's talking about. The recent one with Megan Fox. Yes.
Yeah.
That's got Reacher in it, isn't it? Isn't he one of the turtles in it? I'm pretty sure he is.
Yeah. At the Game On convention, they had the guys that were in the original 90s. They had everybody there but Donatello, and I met him twice. I was like, my boy Donatello ain't here, man.
Guys, is this Disney's first $1 billion movie?
Yes, it is. It's going to make $1 billion.
Yeah. It's going to be the first $1 billion movie.
Yeah, it's going to be.
There's already been $1 billion movie this year.
Oh,
it just happened to be Chinese.
Yeah. The first American $1 billion movie.
Dude, I was there, Vince, at that. I was front row at that concert. And then I got to go backstage and meet them.
Was the music tour. Oh, very cool.
Yeah, that was the 90s.
But guys, I'm starting to think my
late
man
80s, early 90s.
It wants like he needs the tax write-off or something, because you guys know how I feel about this one. I'm dying to see this.
Yeah, and dude, I want to see it too, but I'm just like wondering what they're going to do at the end. So,
well, this is supposed to be it. And of course, money's going to dictate that. But
I heard a rumor that they're setting something up for the end, which is going to surprise people, and that's all they are saying. So.
Well, let me put it to you this way: this may be the last one with Cruise in it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think you could do Mission Impossible forever. You
could. It's like Bond, but if they didn't screw up Bond,
Right.
But they did bring my girl back, so I'm happy.
Yeah,
so.
There you go.
Haley Atwell.
Yep. Well, they brought her in and got rid of Rebecca. Whatever her name is, the one I'm in love with. I know you like Haley Atwell, but I like the other one that they killed off in Dead Reckoning. That's the one I really love her.
No, it's not going to be. It's somebody else. So.
Oh my gosh, she's the mom in Dune. Come on, guys, help me out. What's her name? Ferguson, Rebecca Ferguson.
Yeah.
She it hurt me when she got killed in Dead Reckoning, man. But it's clear that Haley Atwell is the replacement. But
she went out like a boss.
Yes, she did. She went out like a boss. She did. She tanked for the whole group there. She really did. It was awesome. I loved it. But yeah, this movie I'm really looking forward to. You see the cast; it's the usual suspects. Plus, we got Nick Offerman coming in. I think he's a government agent in it. From what one scene I've seen on one of the shows. Ving Rhames, dude, he's making his entire career off of this. Holt McCallany, is that how you pronounce his last name? I love this guy. And of course, Henry Czerny's back. Dude, I tell you what, from what I've seen of the trailer, they've got callbacks to every one of the movies in it.
Yo, Bassett, AC Morales.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look, it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. I cannot wait to see it, dude. I really can't. This is the movie. Really, I'm more hyped for this than I am Superman. And you got to go above and beyond to get me to want to see something more than a new Superman movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm worried about that Superman movie, dude.
Well, you should be. A lot of us are now.
Yeah, after what I've heard.
Coming out. So. But you know what? It could be. You want to talk about bait and switch masters? Your boy James Gunn's like that.
Oh, Gunn is a bait and switch dude.
So
in one of his earliest movies with Trauma, he did the bait and switch at the very end of the movie, and my mouth just dropped.
Yeah,
and it was a Trauma movie.
But this one comes out on the 23rd, I think.
23rd, yep.
And so does Lilo and Stitch. It's going to be. We all know which one's going to make more money.
Lilo's going to take more money in than Mission Impossible.
And if you're a person that likes Angel Studios, they're throwing their hat in the mix too. Literally,
yeah, I'm like, wow.
Movie.
They're really trying to go up against Disney and Mission Impossible.
Yeah, it's great stuff. It's I'm glad to see it myself.
I'm happy to see it too.
I like their stuff. I really do, and I love this guy,
Neil McDonough.
Yeah, Neil McDonough. I love him. He's the lead guy in it. It's good to see him headlining. Being a leading man in a movie. To save his grandson, a retired rodeo star enters a high-stakes bull riding competition. Along the way, he confronts his past, discovers faith, and proves that true courage lies in family. Dude, this looks like something that could be a side story in Yellowstone. You know what I mean? It looks like something like that. So that should be very interesting to see there.
Well, to be honest, when Neil McDonough was in some of the CW shows, he made the show.
Oh yeah, he did. He knocked it out of the park.
He knocked it out of the park with CW
Christopher
shows.
McDonald's a really good actor too. It's interesting to see who's starring in these movies, man. It really is.
It gives you a point on the barometer of where they're at.
That's it. But the thing that we've been talking about when we look at the box office numbers, look what, it's not number one at the box office, but look what's coming in number 2, number 3. It's these animated Christian movies. It's stuff by Angel Studios.
Yeah.
There's a market out there for it. I mean, look, I said a long time ago when I saw the Book of Eli for the first time, I was like, you know what? There's an untapped market that Hollywood could make a lot of money.
Book of Eli was
that's
decent.
Christian films, dude.
Yeah.
One of the best ones I've seen in the last few years is American Underdog. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen, and it's a true story about Kurt Warner. And he was not a religious guy, but he became one through his wife. He saw the struggle she went through and everything, and he wanted a piece of that. So that's how he came to his maker, that kind of thing. I dig the genre, and I dig Angel Studios for putting this kind of product out. And I may have to take my buddy Chris. This is something I could take my buddy Dallas to. He would enjoy the shit out of this movie.
Yeah, Ken.
So let's see what else we got. I think
Ken
that's
said
it.
the Book of Eli was really. I agree with Ken on that.
Oh man,
Eli
Ken,
was really good.
Book of Eli was fantastic.
It was awesome. That was a good movie,
dude. If you guys have never seen it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but you should go watch it. It's basically the next book in the Bible after Revelations. Would you agree on that, guys? That's basically what it is,
John.
And it's fantastic. It's got Denzel Washington as the lead. It's got Mia Kunis as the female lead, and it's a fantastic movie. The only way I can explain it is there's a guy walking around with the last copy of the Bible in the apocalypse, and that's all I'm going to tell you about it. Go watch that movie; it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I was shocked. I actually liked it when it came out. So.
Oh man. Fantastic.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's really well done, man. Really
you know
well
how,
done.
Joe knows how picky I am on movies.
Mm-hmm.
If I like something, there has to be damn, Jed like that.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay,
good.
the last one we've got on the last weekend of the month. This could be good with the popularity of Cobra Kai. And, Ralph Macchio's career being back on the rise again. I just watched My Cousin Vinny the other day, by the way, for the first time in a long time. And I forgot how great, what is the
My
girl's
Cousin
name?
Vinny is hilarious.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about his girlfriend in the movie, though. Joe Pesci's girlfriend.
Yeah, you don't see her that much anymore, dude.
She won an Academy Award for that movie, though.
Melissa Torme. Marissa
Tomei. Yeah. Marissa Tomei. That's her name. That movie and The Wrestler are my favorite movies with her in them. I think she's awesome in both of those movies. And I think she was nominated for both of them, but she won for My Cousin Vinny for Best Supporting Actress. But this could be good. I'm going to be interested to see what the dynamic here is going to be, because you've got Jackie Chan, who was Mr. Miyagi in the reboot with Will Smith's son, if you remember. And I thought he did a great job in the role, by the way. We went to the theater to go see that one.
Yeah, Will Smith's son, not so much.
Yeah, Will
right.
Smith's son was
I'm not talking about him at all. I'm just giving people a reference for this is what's interesting to me. It's Mr. Miyagi from the reboot and Daniel-san from the original. It's just it's very, very interesting to me that and it's called Legends. I'm wondering how they're going to explain this.
Yeah, I was like, are they
the merging of the two timelines?
I was like,
well, it's not going to be a multiverse movie.
It's a multiverse movie.
Come on, I understand. A lot that. Hang on, let me point something out here that you comic book geeks already know. A lot of people don't know this is based on a DC comic book. Okay, so it wouldn't be out of the realm for them to do that, but I don't think they're going to. I think that they keep this series grounded in reality. So I don't really think
when I say two timelines, it's just you've got this stuff in China that was happening in China with Mr. Han, who is the version of Mr. Miyagi that Jackie Chan played, and then you've got the stuff that happened on Cobra Kai.
Yeah,
and this is where they're meeting together.
And I wonder if they're going to talk about Cobra Kai. So.
That's the thing. It's going to be interesting to see. Do I have to do homework to see this movie? I hope I don't. But Cobra Kai's been really popular.
Oh,
this
Cobra
could make
Kai
some money,
was
guys.
awesome.
You know, I don't see anything. First of all, I don't see anything competing against it that weekend. Now,
no, it's on its own.
People, I guess its biggest competition is going to be these two.
Yeah,
right?
Well, I would say those three right there. The last rodeo of those three.
Well, Last Rodeo, I don't think is going to be near these two. But
the
thing about Last Rodeo I like is that
it'll be in the theaters for a while.
Our guy's going to be. Yeah. It'll be in theaters for a while, but Neil McDonough is the leading man in it. That's what I like about it. He's been the supporting guy in many, many movies. I don't think I've ever seen him as the leading man ever.
I'm going to call it now. That's going to be the number 3 movie of the week.
Yeah. That week? Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely will be. Yeah, for sure.
No, I'm talking about Karate Kid. It's going to be
you think Karate Kid? Yeah. Okay. I got you. Yeah. It'll be number 3 because people will still be buying tickets for these two, I think. But yeah, I'm really interested to see how that one does though. Because of the popularity of Cobra Kai. I really am interested in that one. Okay. So before we get out of here, I do want to touch on the television series that are out there right now. And we're just going to do broad strokes here. No spoilers, nothing like that. I just want to get your feel for these because we've got a lot of streaming stuff out right now. I picked a bad time to go on vacation.
Yeah, you did.
We've got Daredevil has wrapped. It's done. And, I think I can say this without, spoiling too much. It does have a cliffhanger ending, folks. It's now, if you remember when we first reported on this, it was supposed to be at the Hall H announcement.
Yeah,
it was supposed to be 12 episodes.
Yeah,
and it only ended up being 9. Very interesting how they ended this season of. It's obvious they're going to do another season of it.
I will.
Yeah, they're already filming it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll say this. And I've said this multiple times already.
Mm-hmm.
The first episode, if they would have, go with me here. If they would have started with the first episode and the last episode, put those two first, and then went on from there, because they're going to bring the Defenders back. You're going to bring everybody back.
We'll see.
Because here
don't spoil anything, Jed.
No, I'm just telling you. Strokes. I'm not broad strokes. Somebody told me that those were the two that were refilmed, and the stuff in the middle was the stuff they already had.
Okay.
So,
well, I'll tell you this much. I'm looking for better things out of the second season of it.
Oh yeah, I hope so.
Most of this season, the guys we really came to see weren't even in the show until the end of it. Really.
Yeah, and they wasted a few people in that show too.
Yeah. But they've come. I got to give it to them. They've come up with some good new characters, though. That guy who is James Gandolfini's son, I like his character. That opportunistic dude that's working for the for the mayor, I like him a lot. I really do.
He actually had a story from the beginning to the end. I was impressed with that.
Yep, absolutely. We've got to take a pause real quick because even though it's late, we do have to acknowledge him, boys and girls, for he has arrived.
There are some who call me Tim.
It's good to see you, Tim. Good to see you. He said, just got home from Thunderbolts. A friend of mine is an extra in the film. Really? How did you like it? John thought it had good stuff in it. He enjoyed it. He said the measuring stick is low, but he did enjoy it. Jed, being a comic book purist, wanted to see the Thunderbolts.
I was frustrated with it.
Yeah.
It was just, it wasn't even okay with me. I just had frustration.
It was okay. See, that's what I'm hearing from most
I had frustration
throughout the
whole movie.
So anyway, Daredevil. Interested to see where it goes. Okay, we've had the build up. Now let's see the fight. Right? Apparently, this season is building up to the fight. So, looking forward to that one. Next up, Last of Us. The memes are writing themselves with this one, folks.
Dude, oh my goodness.
They really are.
I will say this. It is following the game fairly closely.
They are, those of you that want to see things, follow the lore and follow the game. Now, let me say this, though. I have to give them credit on the television show, though. They did a better job with Joel's death.
They did. I will admit that.
It made more sense how the girl found out who he was.
Yeah.
That plus the fact that they actually showed some backstory on Abby. Remember, in the game, we didn't know who Abby was, what she was doing. She was just a chick that friggin' Joel saved, right? And then she kills the guy. In this one, we got some backstory on Abby before it happened and everything. But the thing I really liked about that second episode was the defense of the town. That was some Game of Thrones level shit. That was pretty cool. But since the golfing match has happened,
like I said, after he's gone, it's gonna go to crap.
She can't. Bella Ramsey, I love you, chick. I loved you in Game of Thrones, but you can't carry a show.
She acts. I'm gonna say this. She acts like she has downs in the show.
Well, I mean, dude, she can't help the way she looks. I'm sorry.
I'm talking about her acting. It's terrible, dude.
Check out my man Vince. 4. Let's see. Tim says Florence Pugh does a bad Russian accent. Well, she always has.
Yeah.
Okay, the last one I want to talk about before we get out of here is Andor. Now, I've watched about 4 episodes of it, and I'm already starting to check out. And you guys know, I think Andor is the best thing they've done on Disney Star Wars so far. The first season of it. I don't know. I feel like I'm watching Rebel Moon, the Disney cut. It's
that's because they ripped off Rebel Moon.
That's what it looks like to me. Have you guys watched any of it? I've seen about 4 episodes of it so far.
I watched it in Discord with some other people, and I sighed throughout the whole thing, saying they ripped off Rebel Moon, and they ripped them off scene for scene, even in. And
I mean, they made a big deal about this rape scene or whatever, and I watched it, I'm like, it's not a rape scene.
That was a nothing burger that all the left was just trying to make something get going.
Yeah, but my whole thing, there's not enough Andor in it for me.
No, there
not
isn't
in it much at all.
Terrible.
And that's the guy I'm tuning in to watch. I really like the character, man. He's supposed to be the the rebel guy, and it's just we'll see how it goes. It may turn out I may be like Nock last season with it. Nock was ready to check out after 6 episodes and then got back into it. I do like the Imperial people. I like that backstory. I think that's going pretty good. Mon Mothra, that whole deal right there it's really weird. It's really strange because the last episode I watched, it was the wedding of her daughter, and half the time she was partying, and you just have to see it. You'll understand what I'm talking about when you watch it. It's really strange. It's really strange.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I was like, I sat through this and I'm like, dude, He goes, everybody like, yeah, I'm like, fuck off.
The first 9 episodes are out, so go check them out. See what you think. We'll talk about it more when Nock gets back, because he's.
Oh, because Nock's gonna love this and kiss his
you never know. You never know.
No, all the new Disney stuff, I love it to death.
He doesn't do that, Jed.
Dude, he praises.
First of all, Jed, he's not here to defend himself. And secondly, he does not do that. He tells you exactly what he likes and he doesn't like. So, yeah.
And you got to remember, Jed, I liked Ahsoka.
Yeah. A lot of people liked Ahsoka. I liked Ray.
Parts of it were good.
I liked Ray in it. I can't remember his last name. I liked his
Ray
character.
Stevenson.
Ray
Stevenson was... Dude, I wish we would have had him.
And Rory McCann is replacing him. They've already got shots of him as.
Yeah, and he looks good.
And they're bringing Anakin back from more shots too.
Of course,
but that's good.
Yeah,
that's a good thing. We like Hayden Christensen. I do anyway.
And that Adrian is it Adrian Greenblatt, the little girl that plays young Ahsoka. She's going to get more scenes.
Yeah. Well, anyway, we'll be talking more about this one as the weeks go by. Ray Stevenson was the only good thing in Ahsoka. I like Rosaria Dawson, but she's too old for the part now.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think she's too old. They needed to get a younger.
I agree with Vince on that one.
Yeah. But, Ray Stevenson's character was awesome. I want to know more about that guy.
Yeah,
and apparently, check it out. They actually recast the part, and they're going to continue it. I like that a lot. All right. Let's see.
They can actually recast. Imagine that.
You guys do me a favor and throw your links in there that you want to push real fast. I'm going to go ahead and give them a rundown on my stuff real quick while you get those links together for me, because it is time to go.
Isn't Vince going to put them up for us?
He's going to put them up, yes, but I can't grab them out of the chat. I've told you this. I cannot do it. I'm not watching the channel right now. I'm an old fuck.
Yeah,
and I wish you would do exactly what I ask. That would be nice, Let's see. Young Ahsoka did a better job than Rosaria Dawson. Well, she was young. What's her name in the fucking MCU?
Gamora.
Gamora. She was young Gamora too. That kid is pretty talented. She does a good job. But anyway, give me your stuff in the chat. Let me let you know what's going on with my channel before we get out of here. Of course, you know that you're watching State of the Atmosfere. We're going to be doing it every Wednesday. You know this, at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Next time you'll see me is on Friday at 1 p.m. Central Time for Sketching the Privateer. You'll see John again Friday on Pop Culture Mindfield's channel at 8 p.m. Central Time as he continues his playthrough of Fallout, The Tale of Two Wastelands, while Jed and Nock give him shit. That's 8 p.m. Central Time on Pop Culture Minefield. Let's see, that's The Brothers Hack the Matrix at 6 p.m. Central Time on Sunday. Everything you need to know about the clown show that is 2025 through today's headlines. And by the way, if you didn't watch the 100th episode of it, definitely go check that out, guys. We had a good time. We put up some old clips. You actually saw what we looked like when we first started the show, and that was pretty damn funny. But anyway, check us out every Sunday at 6 p.m. Central Time. Military Monday comes your way at 10 a.m. Central Time on Mondays, and we draw during it. Gary and I work on our comic books, so you guys come check it out. March or Die was a good one. We'll have a new military movie this Monday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Also, It's Only Talk and Roll comes your way. We're going to be doing The Wild Geese. That's right. It won the poll. We're going to be doing The Wild Geese on there on this Monday. So you guys come check it out on It's Only Talk and Roll at 4 p.m. Central Time on That 70s Rock Fans channel. And then immediately after that show goes off, well, I say immediately, about a half an hour later, it's time for Papa Joe Gamer before dark was what we decided to call it. Or the time when Joe's Atmosphere wakes up Jed. Check it out. We're going to be playing the 7th part of my God, what's the name of the game? Mass Effect 2.
Mass Effect 2.
We're going to do my 7th part of it. I'm right in the middle of some wild battle, so I'm going to be shooting as soon as we start the show. You guys come check it out this Monday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time. And then the next time after that, you'll see me is another drink and draw with Gary as we do another movie on Wednesday at 3. And then it's back around to us on Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. Okay, guys, what do you got?
Use the second link of mine. Use the second link of mine.
Use the second link on yours. I got it. Copy link address. Why in the world do I not have my stuff up here? Okay. Let's see. Boom. Here we go. John's Kickstarter is doing pretty good so far. He's got 3 backers. You guys, if you're into D&D, it's a compendium of, well, I'll let him explain it. Go ahead, man.
It's a compendium of a codex, if you will, of various artifacts and relics and legendary items based on heavy metal music and heavy metal songs and bands.
Yeah, that sounds cool as hell, man. Who was asking you about the Lochnar the other night? Was it Martin asked you about that? I couldn't remember.
No, that was Knock.
Was it Knock that asked you about that?
Yeah, I'm not doing the Lochnar, but I'm sticking it to the bands and songs.
That's awesome.
But the example item I give is a artifact axe called Painkiller, based on Judas Priest.
Get out of town! Judas Priest Painkiller.
There'll be sidebars and stuff with NPCs, adventure hooks, deeper lore, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But the big draw is it works for whether you're playing first edition AD&D from back in the day, or second, if you're playing 3.5 or Pathfinder, not Pathfinder 2, Pathfinder 1, or if you're playing current generation 5e.
All right. Sounds good, man. Well, thanks for being here, John. And you guys go back this thing. If you're a D&D fan, you need to get this thing and add it to your repertoire. Should be a lot of fun to see these people use this stuff in a game, man. That should be cool. All right, let's see. Here we go. We got Jed Revenwolf. Tell us what's going on with your channel, man.
I'm in the process of putting together, Joe knows because I already told him. I'm in the process of putting together a show that people won't expect on this channel.
Yeah, we don't want to. We don't.
I'm not going to spoil
exactly what it is. He wants
it.
He wants to be this is non-spoiler. So go subscribe to Jed Revenwolf so you can see it whenever he puts it together, and also you want to visit Pop Culture Archivist as well.
Yeah, I redid my I redid the whole page on it there. Like I put a new banner up and have a new logo for over there. So
you're doing a cooking show, aren't you, Jed?
I can't say. Like,
he can't say.
Literally, it's nobody's
definitely
go
subscribe to both of these channels. He's doing a lot of work on it, and I'm glad to see it. It's about damn time.
I started on the Archivist first, and then now I'm gonna have to do stuff.
And now it's time to work on Jed Revenwolf. Okay, thanks for being here, Jed. Love you, man. Thanks a lot. Let's see. Vince says, "How many Iron Maidens are in the book? In the book, there, buddy." He wants to know.
No actual Iron Maidens, but there are items inspired by Songspire.
There you go. Let's see. He got it up there in plenty of time. Why is he jumping out of there? What happened? Cheerio, guys and gals. Stay nerdy and have yourself a good night. That's what Vince has to say. You know what I'm going to tell you before we get out of here. You know what time it is. Whether you like them small, medium, or large, Titty Tuesday continues into Wednesday every Wednesday. You guys take care of yourselves.